Hello and welcome to TTV News with some latest events in Tây Ninh Province. So now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, the delegation of Tây Ninh Province had just traveled to the Kingdom of Cambodia from August 26 to 29, 2023 to attend the 20th anniversary of the establishment of the Khmer Vietnam Association and visits and give gift to disadvantaged Vietnamese people living in some locality of Cambodia.
Being established and operating since 2003 in Cambodia, over the years, the Khmer Vietnam Association has been a reliable forum for Vietnamese. It has carried out many positive and useful activities for the community as well as for the whole society, making worthy contributions to strengthening the traditional friendship between the two countries. The event celebrated the 20th anniversary of the association, marking the development of the Vietnamese community in Cambodia. At the ceremony, the delegation of Tây Ninh Province presented many gifts to the Khmer Vietnam Association in Cambodia. In addition, the delegation presented 500 gifts, each worth 600,000 Vietnam dong, including cash and necessities, to poor and disadvantaged people in Kampot Province and Phnom Penh, Cambodia, with a total value of 300 million Vietnam dong supported by Ninh Thích Nữ Diệu Nghĩa, head of Pagoda System in Baden Mountain, Tây Ninh. After listening to the independent consultancy report on midterm socio-economic assessment of the implementation of the resolution of the 11th Provincial Party Congress conducted by the University of Economics and Law, Vietnam National University, Ho Chi Minh City, at the conference in the afternoon of August 29, 10 comments from leaders of departments, sectors, and localities have further clarified or countered some of the issues raised in the report. Specifically, delegates wanted to clarify more about taking timelines to compare and analyze data based on methods of collecting information of the research team to make adjustments about product range, assessing the province's current human resources, limitations in connecting and storing data sources, comments on budget revenues, export issues. At the conclusions of the conference, the Secretary of the Provincial Committee and Chairman of the People's Council Nguyễn Thành Tâm requested that, on the basis of the meeting, leaders of departments, branches, and localities continue to analyze and evaluate the strengths, potentials, and advantages of the field in charge of. The dialogue conference between the government and businesses in Tây Ninh Province, organized by the Provincial People's Committee in the morning of August 30, with the attendance of the leaders of the People's Committee and Provincial People's Council, attracted many businesses. Speaking at the opening of the conference, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Deputy Secretary of the Provincial Party Committee, Chairman of the Provincial People's Committee, expressed the desire of provincial leaders to listen many opinions and recommendations of enterprises to strengthen and remove difficulties and obstacles of enterprises, corporates, business households, domestic and foreign investors in the province. Leaders of the Department of Planning and Investment some reports summarizing the settlement results, responding to comments and recommendations sent by the enterprises and investors before organizing the conference. Enterprises have reflected difficulties and pressures due to fluctuations in the world economy, rising bank interest rates. In particular, enterprises said that when borrowing from banks, they are still forced to buy insurance, although the province has directed to handle this issue since 6 months ago. Other difficult issues affecting production and business of enterprises such as cultivate goods, slow investment procedures, many inspection teams to enterprises, tax issues, food hygiene and safety, rampant bird trapping for release, spontaneous market, improper container parking in the wrong location in Linh Trung Creek export processing zone, affecting transportation and traffic safety of some companies. Enterprises also propose support for people to have access to consumer loan interest rates to stimulate production and business demand of enterprises. Leaders of provincial committees and provincial bills committees have recorded and responded to the proposals of enterprises.
In the afternoon of August 30, at the headquarters of the Ministry of Information and Communications, the National Committee for Digital Transformation have forsaken symposium theme Breakthrough Solutions to develop the digital economy in sector and field, which were connected online to the breakpoints of 63 localities. Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Minister of Information and Communication, Vice Chairman of the National Committee for Digital Transformation, chaired the meeting.
Speaking at the opening of the meeting, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng asked central ministry, departments and localities to share new ideas, good experience and breakthrough ways to promote digital economy development in each sector and field. To promote the digital economy, we not only measure the national digital economy, but also the digital economy by locality, each sector and field. According to the report of the Ministry of Information and Communications, 5 leading provinces and cities in the proportion of ICT GDP digital economy, including Bắc Ninh, Thái Nguyên, Bắc Giang, Hải Phòng, and Vĩnh Phúc. The group of economic activities with the most rate of ICT contributing to the digital economy scale in industry and fields are professional, scientific, and technological activities, health and social assistance activities, activities of the Communist Party, social political organizations, state management, national security and defense, social assurance, education, and training. At the meeting, the Department of Telecommunications, Ministry of Information and Communications presented solutions to improve the rate of people using smartphones in localities to promote the digital economy. In the afternoon of August 29, at the Military Command Board of Tân Châu District, the Military Command of Tây Ninh Province held a conference to summarize the experience of the permanent border military combat post model in 2023. In the last time, the Provincial Military Command has built and established 32 permanent military combat posts on the borderline, with a total construction cost of over 58 billion Vietnam dong, equipping facilities to ensure the living of the border standing military combat posts, have the operation of border checkpoints create people's trust, make people in border areas feel secure, to focus on investment in production and economic development, contributing to protecting border sovereignty in the new situation. On August 30, at Tân Sơn Nhất International Airport, Ho Chi Minh City, the Immigration Department TayNinhTV Police reported retrainees who had illegally entered Vietnam and prepared to illegally exit to Cambodia. Earlier on July 6, Mobile International Border Gate Portugal Station cooperated with the authorities, caught 3 foreigners with Chinese nationality, including Wang Sui Li, born in 1979 in Fujian Province, Liu Qiangbao, born in 1992, and Liu Yong, born in 1994 in the same province of Henan, do not have valid procedures to enter Vietnam, preparing to illegally exit to Cambodia. At the police office, three subjects admitted their acts and confessed due to the need to work in Cambodia without being granted visas by the Chinese government. On retried to organize illegal exit at a cost of 100,000 yuan, equivalent to 320 million Vietnam dong. Through investigation, TayNinhTV Police has identified the subject in the reorganizing the illegal entry of Chinese people and is clarifying to handle according to the regulations. Particularly, the above Chinese people are administrative sanctioned according to the provisions of law with a fine of 4 million Vietnam dong per person. After complying with the administrative sanction, the unit proceeded to deport 3 Chinese people to their country according to regulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dialogue between TayNinhTV authorities and businesses taking place in the morning of August 30, 2023 was vibrant, rank, and responsible.
In addition to the contents of enterprises, proposals, and written reflections through the survey before the conference, the People's Committee of TayNinhTV Province directed departments and sectors to settle and respond. At the conference, there were 15 comments with 20 contents presented directly to provincial leaders. These are problems related to investment procedures in some projects, inadequacies in some areas such as steel, petroleum, service trade, fire protection. Enterprises also reflected to provincial leaders about the province's promulgation of many referential policies in the field of agriculture and some other fields. But businesses are difficult to assess cumbersome procedures. Currently, the problem of businesses is not that borrowing capital for production and business is not enough, but what needs the market to consume products. The consumption of products is by consumers, but currently we only give preferential loans to businesses. As for consumer loans, there is no interest rate package to set aside incentives to encourage stimulus. I suggest that the bank consider having the preferential stimulus loan package for consumers. Being able to consume goods that enterprises can produce and create jobs is the core issue. In addition, on the market, there are many cultivate and imitation of turning rice paper products, affecting the production and business of enterprise. Enterprise proposed the province and functional agencies to support the protection of goods products, anti-cultivating goods. Thanks to the government for support and handling to protect legitimate rights and fairness for healthy business, units and businesses confidently investing branding. The issue of enterprise inspection, according to the regulation in the first segment, enterprises must receive 3 to 4 inspection teams. Management and specialized inspectors will focus on one focal point. The province will also review and regulate which units perform poorly interdisciplinary. The market and container in Rentap Lindung Brigade in Jamban have been very drastically handled but not finished. The province will build a temporary stop. The spontaneous market will record and process. Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Ngọc, Chairman of the Provincial Business Committee, acknowledged and appreciated the sharing and companionship to overcome difficulties of businesses, contributing to the success of the construction and economic development of the province over the past time. After this conference, the Secretary and I also directed to build an app or information page dedicated to receiving feedback from businesses. These comments will be received daily, even weekly, to report to the provincial leaders for direction to remove the guidelines. Through the provincial information channels, departments, ranches, and localities in the province are requested to continue listening, receiving, and considering timely settlement of proposals of enterprises and investors, propose solutions and policies to support enterprises to overcome difficulties, recover and develop production and business. The chairman of the Provincial Business Committee emphasized the development of enterprises is also the development of the locality.
Ladies and gentlemen, unlike citizen identity cards, electric identification account will be authenticated in the electric environment and in the coming time. Electric identification account will become one of the indispensable things of every citizen when performing transactions and administrative procedures.
Over the past time, the police forces at all levels in the province have stepped up many measures for people to understand, register, and use electronic identification accounts, ensuring that uneligible citizens residing, studying, and working in the province are activated electronic identification accounts, contribute to creating favorable conditions for organizations and individuals to perform public services in the network environment. In Bến Cầu district on this day, the police force is making very effort in propaganda and guiding people on the step to install and activate the account. The police at all commune levels coordinated with police administrative management team for social order of district police departments, branches, and mass organizations to go door to door to propagate, mobilize, and support people to install and activate the account. Currently, it has been integrating on private information as transaction and using VNeID and activating a level 2 electronic identification account. People do not have to carry or present documents as before. The common goal is to ensure that uneligible citizens residing, studying, and working in the locality are made and activated level 2 electronic identification accounts to use public services. The use of the accounts is considered a solution to save time and cost, helping replace many types of people and help organizations and individuals minimize procedures as performing public administrative transactions without having to go directly to administrative agencies for settlement.
Giao chỉ tiêu cụ thể cho
In addition to assigning specific targets to police of commutes and towns to implement, they are also encourage the model of commute police. Up to now, the district police have achieved 100% of the issuance of chip multi-citizen identity, over 80% of the installation and activation of level 2 electronic identification accounts. Currently, the district police continue to issue electronic identification to all remaining citizens to ensure that by December 31st, 2023, 66,000 citizens of Bến Cầu district will be installed and activated level 2 electronic identification accounts. It will be the key to promoting transparency and perfecting the digital society in the future.
That's all for TTV News today. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.